ball was moving prior to taking the free kick, and that's why they called it back.
Before the season started, we talked, and you obviously said, this year's going to be a lot more difficult just in terms of competition. But one thing you guys also talked about was the ability to compete for all these trophies. What are you feeling that has now dwindled down to just MLS Cup? Is there something behind it? What do you feel is behind that, those trophies, those opportunities that kind of like slipped through the hands for LAFC?
It's a game of margins, and in these games, look, tonight, I thought was a very good performance. I'm really proud of the guys. They almost rewarded themselves, but it didn't work out. I don't think there's anything that we need to do differently. I think really the only game we were disappointed in ourselves was in Leon. Other than that, all the performances were fine. All the games you could have won. So there's nothing we're doing wrong. It's actually a hell of a lot we're doing right. We're in these positions. We're in finals, and we deserve to be there. It's only a matter of time before we start winning them. So we move on. We try to gather as many points down the MLS and move toward into the playoffs.
And lastly, there, just the sub for John McCarthy. Obviously, a well-known PK stopper, and he has the experience from MLS Cup. What are you kind of just thinking going through that?
Just trying to get every advantage we can. Obviously, both keepers understand and are good at PKs. Theirs as well. But sometimes having fresh legs, a little bit of focus can help. And it's us coaches doing as much as we can to give our players an advantage to win a trophy. And came up a bit short.
Yes, Washington.
Coach, we went down a man, obviously about a half hour left, and it seemed like we actually picked up our intensity and played better after going down a man. Can you talk about the team's response after the adversity?
Look, the team did everything we asked of them tonight. They defended with intensity. They defended in a very smart fashion. We were either in a higher block pressing or in a lower block, which is what we asked of the players. Their tactical discipline and plan tonight, or implementation of our plan, was near to perfect. Just the goal was missing. Well, not really, but we know what happened there. So I'm really proud of the guys sticking to the plan, and they did a great job. So I'm proud of the performance.
Steve, on Diego's first yellow was right in front of the bench. You had a good view. Is that a yellow card for you?
Look, I'm not going to sit here and discuss what is and what isn't. My only concern with referees and my only ask is that they're consistent with their calls. And if a referee pulls yellows in the first minute, then he's got to pull them the entire 90 minutes. And that's the referee's discretion, not mine, not yours, nor the fans or the players. I do have a problem when referees are not consistent. And in this case, I think Drew was not consistent. It's a play where I think Maddie gets pulled around going to goal. No yellow card. Chicky's second yellow card. Same play. Not much of a foul at all. So certainly unnecessary. And obviously to call the goal back. My worst fears came true. And they usually do with CONCACAF referees in these competitions. I'm doing this for a long time now as a player, now as a coach. My worst fears are when referees change the results of games, which is exactly what they're not supposed to do. Their first priority is to keep players safe. Their second is to be non-existent. And sure enough, Drew and his crew came up tonight big and, decided this game, which is a shame for fans and the players because we didn't deserve that.
And for the group, 4 league games left. You can't really you can't feel down after this, right? Because you have to go and you have work to do. So what do you think of the energy inside the group? Can they let go of this performance and move forward? Do you feel, where are they?
I think that's fine. Yeah, I think we're all professional enough. And if you look back at the Champions League final 3 days later against Atlanta at home was probably one of our best performances all season. So I'm not concerned with this group. They're still hungry for more. This actually should piss us off more. So we'll be ready for Sunday.
I'm sorry. You talked about before the game leading up into it, the physicality of MLS versus Liga MX, and sometimes it doesn't matter what you plan. And obviously, you said they followed it. What'd you feel of that breakdown of the game? Did it kind of go that way? Did it feel that way? Intensity between the two leagues?
Yeah, I think so. I think there was a mutual respect there, but also some intense fouls and intense plays. I think both teams played hard. I think with the exception of the first 15, 16, 17 minutes, our game plan worked. We were quite happy with the performance. As soon as we settled down a little bit, started connecting more passes, we were getting inside their box and creating chances. So, it was a fun match to watch. These matches make us better. I'd love to do more of these. So, we'll see. This will not be a repeat next season. Actually, it might be. We don't know that yet. We will try to repeat this match next year. How about that?
And lastly, to that point, you talk about these. These are all different situations, right? CONCACAF, Leagues Cup, U.S. Open, whatever the case may be. What do you guys learn? This is the second time you guys are, seeing a team celebrate here. What are the learning lessons that you guys take to get that next step?
Well, through all the competitions we've been in this year, for any team who's going to do that next year, I can tell you the rules and regulations of MLS roster building are not ample enough, and we are not equipped enough for all these competitions. I think we have done an incredible job to stay in all competitions very late, but our guys are depleted. Our stadium ops is tired. Everybody in the organization is tired. And look, maybe it's too many games, or we don't have enough people to cover all these games. And I think moving forward, to create a competitive advantage for MLS, I do think the owners and the commissioner and the rest of them league office need to sit down and come up with solutions, because status quo is not going to work. I do know that. And I can tell you that's the opinion of many other coaches as well.
We'll go. Coach, last one. Mario Gonzalez not available today, not in the 18 for the last one. Any update, any thoughts on Mario?
Getting better on a day-to-day basis. I'm hopeful he'll be ready for Sunday, but I won't know more until Friday, Saturday.